Hello, I Anand Jain from Hanumangarh, Rajasthan welcomes you to your favorite Shridevi Classes YouTube channel where we inculcate interest and confidence in science, engineering and environment subjects. Today in our playlist of environment and life, we'll understand the problem related to burning of paddy stubble and we'll also discuss the efforts to mitigate this problem and we'll elaborate the workable solution for this management of paddy stubble. So let's start problem and solutions related to paddy stubble. After harvesting rice from paddy crop, nearly 80% of Indian farmers burn the crop residue of paddy straw known as Parali in the field itself, and this causes severe air pollution that is suffocating the entire population of National Capital Region of India, NCR region. In the month of October and November, Punjab, Haryana, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh have continuous stubble burning and winds are flowing from Rajasthan and Punjab towards Delhi, and Delhi got a low pressure area, and at the same time cold waves and winds coming from Himalaya generate fog here, and that exaggerate the problem of air pollution in NCR region. And even today, despite spending thousands of crores of rupees, neither state governments nor central government can resolve this air pollution problem of Delhi in the month of November and December, when fog created by cold wave of Himalaya and pollution generated by stubble burning and fine soil components of Thar desert all accumulate over NCR region along with fog and generate severe suffocating air pollution in the skies of NCR. In this India map, this dark yellow colored or light yellow colored Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat is predominantly wheat growing area, whereas this dark violet or light violet area is area of rice or paddy crops, whereas this white colored area, which include Maharashtra and this northwest Indian plain, which is the most fertile and irrigated region of the country, is a area of rice and wheat crop cycle, and this area using rice and wheat crop cycle has ensured security of food in our nation, and it also fetch around 1 lakh crore of rupees as export revenue for the last 5 decades. But this repetition of rice wheat crop in this area also faces a serious problem. One is depletion of underground water, and the secondly increased environmental pollution and decrease of air quality in this region. Despite all the efforts of governments for crop diversification in this 70 lakh hectare of land of states Punjab, Haryana, Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh, farmers are continuously working on paddy wheat crop cycle, as in this area the climatic condition and economic benefits suggest that apart from paddy and wheat, only sugarcane is a viable commercial crop, and since sugarcane got a limited cultivation area, most of the farms in their fields continuously are repeating paddy and wheat crop cycle, as that fetch maximum commercial benefit to farmers. When farmers use paddy wheat crop cycle in the region of northwest India, every year about 40 quintals of crop residue is produced per acre in this area. Now half of this amount, roughly 20 quintal per acre, is wheat crop residue, that is also called as tudi or bhusa. Now the management of wheat straw or tudi or bhusa is not a problem for farmers. Firstly, tudi or bhusa is a very popular animal feed in the local surrounding and is in great demand. So farmer can sell tudi or bhusa once it is prepared in the field itself. Secondly, the management or removal of crop residue tudi is comfortable as it got availability of considerable long period, about 50 or 60 days, for the preparation of field for the sowing of next crop, as Rabi crop is harvested in the month of April or May, and next Kharif sowing is due for July or so. So it got considerable time interval for preparation of field and removal of crop residue. But the management of remaining half of crop residue, that is residue of paddy, that is paddy straw or parali, has remained a serious problem for the farmers in these years. One reason is paddy straw is not generally very useful for animal fodder, and secondly, after taking yield of rice from paddy field, only about 20 days are left for preparation of sowing for the next crop. Due to this short interval and need for field preparation for next crop, after harvesting rice from paddy crop, farmers in many states including Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh burn large amount of paddy stubble in the field itself, and that create a serious problem of air pollution not only in these surrounding but also in NCR region. Concerning the severe pollution caused by burning of paddy stubble and suffocation surrounding in NCR region, for the last few years, all state governments or air quality management commissions have been making impractical efforts like imposition of fine on farmer if they burn stubble of paddy in their field, and this amount is rupees 5,000 per acre in Haryana, and in Punjab it is rupee 2,500 per acre for small marginal farmers, and the amount is rupees 5,000 per acre for large farmers. But even after imposition of fine, farmers deposit fine and still continuing the burning of paddy stubble in the fields itself, because farmer won't have any other solution available to him to handle crop residue. Also, spray of biodecomposer on paddy crop residue parali seems to be impractical to stop the incidence of stubble burning, as decomposer also have no meaningful or fruitful results. It was found that after spraying the Pusa biodecomposer on crop residue of paddy in the field, the stubble become somewhat soft after 25 days. But it again take 25 more days, or in all take around 7 weeks or 50 days to decompose completely and become biofertilizer. Whereas after harvesting rice from paddy crop, if crop residue of paddy, this stubble parali is pressed hard in ground by deep plowing, and we maintain proper moisture in field after thorough mixing of parali with soil. Even without spraying biodecomposer, the paddy stubble parali get completely decomposed in around 7 weeks and become a very useful biofertilizer for next rabi crop of wheat. But the again problem is the duration of around 50 days or 7 weeks. All the research undertaken and technical reports published on paddy crop residue, paddy straw, or for the management of parali are unanimous on the fact that the best practice is to take crop residue parali out of field through mechanization, and this bunch of stacked paddy crop residue or parali can be used in industries for any purpose, and this treatment with parali is the best solution available as on date. Unfortunately, handling of paddy crop residue or parali need huge sized mechanized machinery having a tremendous high cost, and such heavy machinery, which are costly too, are not available in good number in Indian fields. So the mixing of stubble with land after harvesting the paddy crop become a practical solution, but complete decomposition of parali in soil to get converted into a biofertilizer needs about 50 days. And if parali remain buried in soil for 50 days in the presence of sufficient moisture, it will get decomposed and become a very useful biofertilizer. But again, the problem is we won't have 50 days duration available after harvesting paddy from the field for our next rabi crop of wheat. So to handle problem of paddy crop residue parali and to curtail burning of parali stubble in the field agriculture scientists and national policymakers will have to encourage crop varieties which are of direct sowing type, such as PR126 or PB1509. And if one use these direct sowing paddy varieties, then these will need less time to ripe and use less amount of water too, and they produce lesser amount of crop residue also. So it need a legal ban on long duration or long period varieties which use transplantation method, such as Pusa 44, as it is observed that if in place of transplantation type of paddy variety, if we use a direct sowing method for paddy crop, then it will ripe 10 days sooner, and due to that the farmer will get additional days, or total 45 to 50 days time for paddy straw or crop residue management after harvesting paddy rice before sowing the next wheat crop. As environment conscious farmers, it is required that they themselves should adopt only short duration paddy varieties of direct sowing methods of paddy cultivation, and when one use such varieties PR126 or PB1509, it will save good amount of groundwater and corresponding energy which is used for pumping water in the field, and will reduce cost of crop production. And at the same time, early ripe of these varieties produce good enough time to handle crop residue, and that will reduce the severe problem of environmental pollution caused by stubble burning in our fields. In all these states, Punjab, Haryana, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, paddy crop is harvested and threshed by mechanized combine harvester, and such machines are used on rent by farmer, and they produce final crop yield with very little labor involvement. Government should enact a law and fix the responsibility of burying the stubble in the ground on the owner of combine harvester, and this will, if obeyed, the problem of stubble burning will stop, and farmer also got a good quality biofertilizer for his next rabi crop of wheat. We hope this beautiful learning video has explained the problem of paddy stubble and also described the threat of severe air pollution in NCR by stubble burning, and it also suggested the most practical solution to handle paddy stubble, either by mechanized means to remove stubble paddy crop residue Parali, or mix that stubble in field and get decomposed as biofertilizer. If you found this learning video useful and are interested to spread awareness about this paddy stubble problem, do share this video with your friends. Thank you very much.